Good day everyone, my name is Jazelle Joy Iligan. I'm the first reporter on this day that discuss about the business plan. So the content of our report are the following. First is what is business plan? Next is who should write the plan? The third one is how long should a business plan be? Also the importance and elements of a business plan. And lastly, frequent errors or problems in business plan. So let's start the definition of business plan. So sa atin, what is the business plan? So here, a document describing a company's core business activities and how it plans to achieve its goals. So here, to be specific, the business plan ay isang document na kung saan sa paggawa nito, it can help the business to create a various activities. Alam naman nating lahat na ang business plan is a very important and a strategic tool for all entrepreneur. So that making a good business plan, hindi lang sa mga entrepreneurs and business owners mababenefit, but also it focus on the specific steps to make business ideas succeed. Also sa mga tao na just starting out and forming their own company, kahit ito small freelance business at home or a new venture with an office. So maraming reason why business plan are important. Also, it is a roadmap or an outline that explain what your business is, kung ano ba yung goals of the enterprise are, and how exactly it will set about achieving those goals. So let's proceed for the second definition. Describe the business and industry, market strategies, sales potential, and competitive analysis, as well as the company's long-term goals and objectives. So here, another definition ng business plan is to know all the aspect of your business. Lahat ng gagawin ng isang business is dapat naka-allocate ng paggawa sa business plan for, let's say for example, the market strategies, na kung saan meron tayong types ng marketing strategies, which are the product, price, place, and promotion, that also known as the purpose. So here, let's say for example, sa paggawa ng business plan, we might be included the best action in terms to the purpose nga, like price, place, product, and promotion in the business. So in terms naman siya sa for sales potential and competitive analysis, kailangan din nating ma-monitor ng maayos and ma-assess na tama kung halimbawa ang business is meeting goals and objectives. Because ito yung key strategies for staying in business. So business plan also dinidescribe niya yung company's long-term goal and objectives, because a good business plan not only helps entrepreneur focus on the specific steps necessary for them to make business ideas succeed, but it also nakatutulong din ito for long-term objectives. Ano ba yung long-term objective to make a good business plan? So, ang example niya ay yung mga specific improvements in the organization's competitive position, technology leadership, profitability, return on investment, employee relation, and productivity. So, let's proceed for the last definition. A business plan is a document that brings together the key elements of a business that include details about the product and services, the costs, sales, and expected profits. So here, the last definition of business plan that we will discuss. So dito sinasabi na ang business plan is a document na included din about the product and services costs, sales, and expected profits. Kung ma-analyze natin lahat ng mga key elements gaya nito, need ng entrepreneur na gawa ng business plan. So for example, in terms of their product and services, sa paggawa ng business plan, we will need to describe the specific product and services that we are going to offer. Also, need nating i-explain yung concept ng business along with all aspect of katulad ng purchasing, manufacturing, packaging, and distribution. So let's proceed for the next slide. So, who should write the business plan? Sino nga ba yung gumagawa ng isang business plan? So here, a business plan is a document that is prepared by the entrepreneur which describe all the relevant internal as well as external information that is required in starting a new business. At various points in the life of a business, entrepreneurs will need to take stock of their ideas and plans and reformulate them in business and financial terms. So gaya nga ng sinabi ko kanina sa definition ng business plan, which are all business core activities ay need ilagay sa business when we are making on it, so that entrepreneur sila mismo yung gumagawa nun, whether it's internal and external activities. Basta lahat ng activities like finance, marketing, human resource, and manufacturing na related to the business activity ay ina-execute ng isang entrepreneur. In addition to this, entrepreneur personality while making a good business plan is their creativity and passion. Kasi if you're not passionate about your idea, how can you envision it solving a problem? So, without passion and creativity, paano natin magagawa ng maayos ang isang business plan? So, gaya nga ng sinabi ng isang entrepreneur na si Kevin J. Donaldson, going into a business without a business plan is like going on a mountain trek without a map or GPS support. You eventually get lost and starve. Though it may sound tedious and time-consuming, business plans are critical to starting your business and setting yourself up for success. So let's proceed for the next slide. How long should a business plan be? Ilang pages nga bang paggawa ng isang business plan? So here, 15 to 20 pages long, a business plan is a document that explains what business does, what to want to achieve in a business, and a strategy plan to use to get there. So, almost 15 to 20 pages yung paggawa ng isang business plan na kung saan daw doon lahat na nakalagay. More likely sa 15 to 20 pages na yon, it is a great plan para ma-provide lahat ng detailed questions na sasagutin ng entrepreneur via business plan. Katulad na nga lang ng katanungan ng what product services do you provide? Who is your target customers? What are the benefits of your product and services for customer? What are your marketing plans? How much experience does the management team have in running businesses like it? So, dun sa target pages na yun, nakapaloob lahat ng question na need ng entrepreneur na ma-resolve and magawa ng maayos na plano. So here, 15 to 20 pages used is all about the long-range planning of a company's operation. Katulad nga ng background information, financial information, and a summary of the business. So let's proceed for the next, which is important of business plan. So, business plan, bakit nga ba napaka-importante ng paggawa ng isang business plan sa isang organization? So, I have here some example why business plan are important. So, first is, it puts a plan in place when starting a new business. So, sa panahon ngayon, marami na yung gustong sumubok sa field ng business world. So, here, business are important to all entrepreneur at sa gusto pang maging isang business owner. Like, when you coming up with a business idea, we also need to solidify the specifics of the business. Like, ano nga ba yung product and services na pwede nating ibenta? Or, where you will do businesses and who will work for the company. Lahat ng katanungan natin ay masasagot ng paggawa ng business plan that can help provide guidance in this process. So next is to evaluate competitors and find audience. So ito yung another part ng paggawa ng business plan is to researching the current companies in the industry and in which we want to work. So dito, by identifying competitors and where they are not currently reaching customers, we can better predict how we will reach them. And also, makatutulong din ito by choosing our target audience. So yun. So let's proceed for sets objective for employees and managers. Paano nga ba nakatutulong ang business plan sa employee and manager? So here, setting and measuring objectives will ensure that employees and managers are clear on their duties. So sa pamamagitan nito, it helps us to choose the right staff or employees sa isang business by setting clear expectation and objectives. Siyempre kapag gumawa ka din ng business plan, hindi mawawala yung paggamit ng information to help with training new employees and managers. If we change or updates our goals, a business plan can help share these new objectives, providing structure and accountability. So next, important is to set goal for us as an entrepreneur. So ito nga another importance ng paggawa ng business plan is to setting clear goals dahil it can help for us or sa lahat ng entrepreneur katulad na lang ng paggamit ng business plan to list specific goals na gusto nating ma-achieve along with target dates. So dito, we can provide our plan with a guide to structure our daily responsibilities. So next is to determine when new employees are needed. As you expand your business and increase your revenue, yan, kailangan ng isang entrepreneur yung additional employees para ma-accommodate lahat ng daily tasks or activities. Pero syempre, hiring people before you're ready to expand can reduce your profits. So dito, papasok yung business plan. Napaka-importante na isang business plan because it can help to us to evaluate the right time to bring on additional staff. And also, nakatutulong din ito with setting clear duties and expectation for each position. Kaya, in that way, business plan determine what skills to look for when hiring an employee. So next is to help to predict the problems. So a business plan, isa din siya sa way para malaman or ma-predict yung potential problems. Katulad ng slow seasons or changing customers, trends, or habits. So sa pamamagitan nito, maaari natin na ma-actionan agad. We may be able to prepare and overcome those challenges ahead of time with a business plan. Yan. So next is manage cash flow for the business. So kapag ang profits begin coming in, kailangan natin ng pag-aralan ng maayos kung paano ba natin ito gagastusin or kung paano natin i-accommodate ng maayos. We may use profits to take a salary, reinvest in the business, or find new product or services to sell. So sa paggawa ng business plan, kailangan nating i-list yung lahat ng cash flow plans para mas madali yung decision making natin. So lastly is to determine the success of the business. So ito yung improvement na business plan na sets clear goals para ma-measure nga if success yung plan and goals natin. So dito, magagamit natin yung information para ma-determine what areas of the business are doing well versus which areas need to be improved. Kung halimbawa okay ba yun or kailangan pang i-improve. Also, business plan, nakatutulong din siya to identify the need for new goals or plans. So let's proceed to the elements of business plan. So let's start to the first one, which are the executive summary. So executive summary is designed to capture the reader's attention and briefly explain business and problem are solving, the target audience, and key financial information. So ang executive summary is a short, informative, and madaling mabasa when the opening statement in a business plan na kahit 1 pages or to 2 pages lang ito. It is very important part to the business plan. So gaya ng definition dito, explain lahat ng business problem and solving or tells the story of what business does. And also the target audience, like why an investor might be interested in giving funds to your business, or why their investment will be well spent, and why do you what you do. Basta lahat ng key financial information is nakalagay dito sa executive summary. Kaya executive summary should be informative, but it should also capture a business reader's attention.
Good day everyone, I am Hazel O, Gaulit, and I am going to discuss the preceding parts or elements of a business plan. We have the mission and vision. This part provides an overview of your business and its objectives. People will often seek for the reason behind putting up a business. Thus, having a mission and vision will help you to communicate with them. Aside from that, as an owner, it will serve as your guide as to why did you even start your business. Under this, we have the vision. It is the long-term goal of your business and how you aspire to be in the future. It is usually a short statement that contains the greatest dream of your business or the organization. Next is mission. It is a concise explanation of your existence with the specific actions in line with achieving your vision. This is primarily the must-have steps in making your vision come true. Lastly, objectives. These parts contain objectives of your business in which you hope or wish to maintain in the long run or as your company grows. In other words, it is the consistency that you wish to have over a long period of time as you run your business. The next element is the company overview. A company overview is basically the background of your business, which you feature the name, the nature, and location of your business so that the people will have a hint on what you do, who are the people behind this business, and who are you going to serve. Aside from that, it also includes legal requirements in order for you to manage your business in a legal manner. First, the name, nature, and location. It simply describes the name of your business and where it came from, or the origin if there's any. The name of one's business is very crucial because it will be the one who will create your brand and is usually the inspiration behind the logo or the tagline. The nature of the business, on the other hand, explains what kind of product you're going to serve, and in that way, there will be a brief explanation about the target market. Lastly, the location. It is significant in order for your customers to know where are they going to find you. The second part is the legal description and licensing requirements, in which emphasizes the basic requirement that you may need to run your business in a legal manner. It includes mayor's permit, sanitary permit, BIR, and other license required in order to operate your business. Next to company overview is the organization and management. This section of your business plan is where you're going to explain the setup behind the doors in order to operate and make your ideas happen. It is also the part where you introduce your players on your team. Under company overview, there's organizational structure. It is the presentation and structure with regards to people in your company, including their contribution and where do they took part. It is a crucial section because you can identify a specific person and his or her specific position. You can use different organizational structure such as functional structure, divisional structure, matrix structure, team structure, network structure, hierarchical structure, and flat organization structure. Among these 7, hierarchical structure is the most commonly used in an organization, especially on the big ones. However, what I have here is an example of functional structure, since the business plan where I get this is a small family business. The structure is started with the manager, which is me, and under that are the 3 functions in the business. There is also a job description in which explains the specific tasks, duties, functions, and responsibilities of each position. We have an example here in which each position has its specific tasks to make. It is important to have this very clear in order to function very well. With a clear understanding of your duties and responsibility, you can work efficiently. After the organization and management is the product overview and pricing. This part will explain the product or the services that you are going to offer, along with all aspects of purchasing, pricing, manufacturing, and packaging, in which is crucial for your customers in order to have an idea of what should they expect from you. Firstly, the product. In this part, you will have to explain and feature your product. It is challenging in a way that you will have to make the readers of your business plan imagine your product without having to touch or see them in person. Next is the packaging, which is basically describes how you will dress your product. It always includes the logo of your business. You'll have to think of your packaging thoroughly because it is how you'll present or display your product. The next is pricing, which contains the cost or the price of your product and how it varies. Of course, customers always have the right to know how much it will cost them to avail your product. Some business offers their product on different pieces, by dozens, or by bundles. If that's the case, then you'll have to explain and put it in your business plan. I have here an example of product overview and pricing. The product, just like what I've said, it is the part where you've thoroughly explained your product offered. And in this example, even the size of the tart is included, and also the flavors. Packaging is illustrated in accordance to its flavors. And lastly, the prices are specifically listed. As you can see, it varies according to flavors and their pieces.
Good day everyone, I am Mavhie Inocentes, and now let's continue on discussing the next elements that the business plan must have. Market analysis. This part discusses the market and your approach to it or how the venture make plans from it. Ano nga ba yung market na tinatawag? It is where the buyer and seller facilitate the transactions of goods and services. Kaya naman sa market analysis, dito i-discuss or ilalagay yung market's characteristics, your target customers, the competition, and how you make plan to gain an advantage from others and create a successful venture. Market characteristics, ano nga ba ito? Your business will of course be a part of an industry. So yung market analysis discusses kung saang industry ba belong yung business mo. Kung sa food industry ba, transportation, healthcare, and so on. Kapag na-determine mo na yan, therefore, you can also start on making or building a foundation or efficient plan in terms of marketing and financing required. Or ano ba yung mga kailangan mong gawin to promote your business, and ano nga ba yung mga finances na maaaring ilabas ng business mo because of where your business belongs and what your business is. Specifically, this part identifies the different forces such as the supplier power, the new competitors, substitute products, or what are those alternative products that a buyer will buy apart from yours. And this is important to determine so that you can make plan on how to prevent them from preferring others. Next is identifying the buyer power or the purchasing power of your buyer. Determining this force is important because it will help your business make plan on what price you should designate in your goods and services. Diba kapag mataas yung purchasing power ng ating buyer, may tendency or it means na afford din nila yung mga mahal or matataas ang prices. and vice versa. Next is identifying the industry rivalry or ano nga ba yung ibang industry na maaaring makaapekto sa operation ng ating business. And last is the government regulations. It is an important force to determine kasi it can affect the business operations and financing activities because remember that the government are the one who issued a business permit and also taxes. Next is the target customer. This part will narrow the range of potential customers to those specific ones who are willing and able to buy your product. The goal here is to define your target customer as specifically as possible, both quantitatively and qualitatively. Here, you will specify kung sino-sino and what kind or type of consumer ba yung navivision mo na magpo-purchase ng goods or services na ino-offer ng iyong business. As what I have said, this part will answer the questions: are your customer local, regional, national, or from international? Are your customers young, old, male, female, high income, or low income? Are there behavioral characteristics that differentiate your customers? And are there cultural considerations or other personal factors that may shape your customers' needs, wants, and buying behaviors? So here we can clearly see that it is all about the information regarding the target customer of your business. So by answering these questions, your venture will eventually have the idea on how to cater or respond to the customers. The seventh and the last element that a business plan must have is the financial planning. So from the word itself, this section describes the current financial status and present forecast of future financial statements. So in this part, dito na natin makikita yung iba't ibang financial statements na tinatawag. Dito na yung may mga numbers, amounts, or quantities that are related to the business operations. Here are the list of financial planning or statements. First on the list is the forecasted income or the projected income statement. It includes revenue and expenses of the said business, and usually the current year and the next 2 years are included in the business plan. Next is the forecasted cash flow or the projected cash flow statement. This statement provides aggregate data regarding all cash inflows that the business received from its ongoing operation. It also includes all cash outflows that pay for business and investment for a given period. Third is the forecasted balance sheet. It is a very important statement because it is a summary of the financial balances of a business and it is prepared every year-end. Lastly is the break-even analysis and or the ROI. It is being done to know if kumikita ba ang business or not. Now, let's move on and proceed to the frequent errors or problems in business plan. I will discuss on this part kung ano ba yung mga mali na minsan nakukommit while making business plan. Not creating plan. One of the errors na dapat hindi gawin ng kung sino man na mag-i-establish ng isang business. Many unsuccessful venture find their biggest mistake was not taking time to think through what it would make to make their venture successful. Not enough time, doubt, or some doesn't believe that it will be useful, and some are also not sure where to start. Kaya naman di sila nag-create ng plan or di nila natatapos ito. Yes, it is a time, money, energy, and mind-consuming matter to do. However, it is important to make a well-developed plan because it will guide you in your business in the right direction and success. Next is the incomplete market research or the information about the market for your product or service. Market research is one of the most difficult to gather. It is not an easy task because it involves answering who wants your product, how much they want it, what they will pay, and how the competitors will respond. So that is why some can't provide a full information regarding this matter. Yes, it is challenging. However, again, the time and energy invested in understanding your market will definitely pay off. Third error is some who wrote business plan or entrepreneur are not being objective. This happens because in new venture planning, it is really easy to be caught up in the enthusiasm or be overly eager to get to the marketplace. Di na tayo makapag-intay to release our goods or services sa market and mga tao. We tend to be driven by our enthusiasm and we sometimes forgot kung ano na ba yung need gawin and kapani-paniwalang mangyari on our business. Keep in mind to be objective in your analysis or it could potentially cost you a lot of money. Next is making unrecognized assumption. Putting together a business plan requires estimates about many things that are not known with certainty, such as sales volume, competitor response, and so on. The problem occurs when your assumptions about something you don't know for sure become fact in the business plan. That's why, while making or before starting a business plan, you need to recognize what you are assuming and separate your assumptions from the things you can state with certainty. And you need to know what you don't know because maraming nangyayari sa ating economy that can surely affect your business. Kaya naman, we should analyze and understand more the process of what we are dealing. The fifth error that we may encounter or experience while making business plan is providing useless information. Business plan is the process of understanding deeply what we really want to do for our business. It occurs because when you start the planning, you will likely find more data than you ever imagined. That is why sometimes nalilid tayo nito into a wider aspect. But unfortunately is minsan, nag-cause for us na hindi na makafocus sa kung ano lang ang dapat nating ilagay. Don't focus on long descriptions of the product over description of your path to profitability because remember that a business plan is a tool. It is a step in the process of launching a new venture or business. It is a roadmap. That is why precision and clarity is more important. Skipping steps. This happened because as the plan comes together, there is a tendency to spend time on the sections of interest or where the data is best. This leads to an unbalanced plan where the market plan is spelled out in tremendous detail but the financial plan gets little attention simply because the entrepreneur is not a numbers person. Kumbaga minsan o may pagkakataon na nai-stuck tayo dun sa isang part lang kasi tingin natin yun yung best. And dahil hindi na natin nabibigyan ng sapat na time yung iba pang parts, dapat iwasan natin itong mag-pour na mag-focus lang tayo sa ilan. Because the overall value of a business plan is severely undermined or weakened when you do not discuss all the important parts of the venture. Last is missing linkages or yung hindi pagkakatugma-tugma ng mga info na inilagay. Inconsistent plan is another common mistake in business planning. Missing linkage or inconsistent plan is where different stages described above are not interrelated, where the assumptions made in one section are different from the assumptions made in another, which is not appropriate or hindi dapat mangyari kasi dapat yung mga ini-input natin sa ibang part or elements are making sense with the other. They should be tied together to logically and accurately tell the story of how you will turn your idea into a business. We are done now with our discussions and we hope that you understand, learn, or somewhat got an idea on what and how a business plan works. Thank you and have a blessed day and life.